My name is Karen Lee Williamson, and I am a teacher. Last year, 65,000 undocumented students worked hard, studied, and graduated from American high schools. Many of their peers didn't make it to that goal. They dropped out because they realized that their educational path was leading to a dead end, without the possibility of paying for college or starting a real career. The DREAM Act would allow students brought to the U.S. by their families from other countries to apply for federal financial aid for college and to obtain legal work status when they graduate. It was introduced in Congress 10 years ago, but it has yet to pass. We are their teachers, and we need to talk about this. My friend Jose Antonio Vargas, a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist and an undocumented immigrant, has founded DefineAmerican.org to elevate the conversation about immigration reform. Together, we met with a group of educators here in Washington State to talk about how we could help our undocumented students.
The experience that I've had is fairly recent, but it's somewhat peripheral. The effect on the child. Mm-hmm. And that is a student whose father and mother are illegal. And the father usually works in the construction business. But with a downturn, he has been desperate. And so there have been phone calls to the school asking for milk. And the little guy can't go on any field trips because the parents are so afraid. And we just know that he's struggling with no documentation, trying to find a construction work, but the children faithfully come to school.
People in the media talk about, oh, they're only gang members, or they are sucking the system. I know thousands of families, and I don't know anyone that is asking for public assistance. And I don't know any family that is, raising their kids to be gang members. They want the best for their children. They just don't have that opportunity. And this has happened in this country for centuries, and it's not only with Latino people now, but happened with my wife is German. Her parents came here in Chicago, and they face the same struggles, and with Irish people and things like that. So that's what we face with every day.
What do we pay attention to when, if we say we want all kids to learn and all kids to graduate, then we have to take on the tough issues. And we have to make sure that we're reaching out and understanding things beyond our own experience. And so who's not at the table? Who are we not talking about when we're making decisions?
I don't think there's any information there about if you're undocumented, where do you go? Where do you get information at? I don't think that's publicized either.
Counselors tell kids, you're not going to go to college, why even bother? And that's happening now. So how can we engage these counselors who have so much power into the conversation of motivating our kids and saying, yeah, you might not be able to get a scholarship or get in-state tuition, but you have these opportunities to go.
Advocate for undocumented. Yes, we undocumented people. We need to advocate for LGBT. But how about we just care about people? Mm-hmm. How about we just educate people? And how about we build our own awareness and understanding? And yes, where the law is concerned, we need to understand the law. But oh my goodness, we can't have a club for everybody. That's more divisive. Right. We are a melting pot. We've got to get together.
Well, that's a thought experiment, the melting pot.
Do you agree?
Did you hear me? No, it's just I know that he and I have a very different perspective on that. The fear of hearing that is that we're not going to be valued for our own cultures.
We got to confront people who don't agree with us. We got to do that. I mean, I know that I'm doing it, and I know how uncomfortable it's making me feel all the time. But my life depends on it. I can't live with indifference and ignorance.
We can be a group. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have my little Teach the Dream Facebook page, and I'll invite you to it, and you can be part of that. So just like we've got 2 school districts here already, we all know teachers in other places. I know teachers in Boston and Virginia and California, and we can share what we know with them, and that's how it grows.
Bernardo and I are in the district office, and we are one of 2 people of color who are talking about race and equity issues and are talking about our undocumented students and our students at risk. We're one of the few. Yeah. And we have to be careful now where people are going to start shutting us down because they're tired of hearing us.
Just by influencing conversations with people that look like you, that are in power, that will change the world. If you think about it, if you have these difficult conversations that engage with cognitive dissonance, then more people will engage in them, and then we can call legislatures, and that's how laws get changed. But when you guys do it, there is a lot of power that I don't think you realize that you have. And just by engaging, it's uncomfortable, but just by having the courage of engaging with those conversations, because we cannot afford not to have them anymore, that will change the country and the world.
Educate yourself, learn more, and become an ally at defineamerican.org.